Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are making Uziza soup, so keep watching. To begin, I'm going to cook the proteins. I have some goat meat in here. Next I'll add some stockfish fillet, some cow skin also known as pomo, and some snails. Please feel free to use any protein of your choice. Next I'll season with some salt, seasoning cubes, and some pepper. Stir this around and cover for it to steam cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. So while that is steam cooking, I'll start prepping the rest of the ingredients. First, I'm going to grind the crayfish, locust beans, and some more pepper. I love to use yellow pepper for this soup. It adds a beautiful fragrance to this soup. So do this and set it aside. My hug today goes to Ajwa Tina, watching from Ghana. I'm glad you love the recipes. Please let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a hug in my next video. So 15 minutes later, stir on the meat and then add some water so it can continue cooking until the snail is done. Meanwhile, I'll continue prepping the rest of the ingredients. Over here, I have the star of this dish, which is the Uziza leaf. So I'm going to pick them now, wash it, and then cut them into tiny strips. At this point, the snail is done. I'm going to scoop it out so it doesn't overcook, and then continue cooking the rest of the meat. Even though those were also almost done, they were not tough at all. So now what I'm going to do is add the dry fish, because the dry fish is still a little bit hard. Cover and continue cooking. After another 20 minutes, I'm going to now add the blended pepper, crayfish, and locust beans, and then add some palm oil. Once I add the palm oil, I'm going to add some water. We are making soup, so we need water. Add a bit more water depending on the quantity of soup you're making. So next, I'm going to introduce my thickener, and I'm using achi as my thickener. You can use cocoyam if that is what you have. So what I did was dissolve it in water first before pouring it in. You can also add it directly to your soup, but just in case you're scared it's gonna have lumps, dissolve it first, pour it into the pot, and then adjust with a little bit more seasoning and salt, cover and let it come to a boil. So 7 minutes later, look at that color, so beautiful. I'm going to stir on this real quick. One tip though you should bear in mind is achi thickens up when it cools down, so you don't want to make your soup too thick while it's still on fire. So at this point, I'm going to add the cooked snail and the Uziza leaf. Stir on this and cover so it can cook for another 7 minutes. Like I always say, Uziza is more like a herb. You want to give it time to cook down so it can release all of the flavors inside the soup. So make sure you cook down your Uziza leaf, okay? So now stir on this and then take it off the heat. Our soup is as good as done. What is your preferred swallow for this soup? For me, this go well with any swallow, and today I'm having it with this smooth eba. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next one.